Hello and welcome to the programme which looks at the Holy Land. I am Paul Calvert. Psalm 89 verse 1 from the New King James Bible says this: I will sing of the mercies of the Lord forever. With my mouth will I make known your faithfulness to all generations. I'm with Tomer Dror from One Heart. Now, Tomer, what is One Heart?
One Heart is the biggest volunteer organization in Israel. It's a civil aid force in times of emergencies. We founded it 21 years ago to help the people that were evacuated from Gush Katif, from the Gaza settlements. It started back then when I was 18, a student in the Pre-Army Leadership Academy, just like the students that you saw here today volunteering. And since then, almost 20 different emergencies, 9 different countries. But since October 7, almost 2.5 years, we're focused 100% in Israel. Over 100,000 volunteers were mobilized by One Heart since the beginning of the war. And now we are here in Be'er Sheva, in one of the places that were hit by an Iranian missile, helping the people.
Yeah, I was going to say you're here in Be'er Sheva. What actually happened here in Be'er Sheva?
An Iranian missile struck right here. The windows are broken, the door went out, so there are a lot of damages in the houses here. And the volunteers are going into those houses together with the people that are living here, helping them, restoring their house so they can be able to go back and live at their home as soon as possible.
Is this a big cleanup?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it's a huge mess. Some of our volunteers here and in Bet Shemesh and in Tel Aviv were going into the destroyed houses, taking out photo albums of the families, toys of the kids, things that otherwise would have been destroyed. And they were rescuing it out together with the families to leave them something that they will be able to remember from their old house.
That must be heartbreaking, though, having to be able to do that.
Yeah, but it's more than heartbreaking. It's always hard to see those areas that were destroyed, but it fills us with strength and hope for the future to see those volunteers and to see the Israeli resilience and the mutual responsibility of our youth coming over and over and over again whenever they're needed. It was the same in the Rising Lion operation. It's the same since the beginning of this war. And I'm also a reservist. I spent almost 300 days in Syria, in Gaza, and Lebanon in the last 2 years. None of what we accomplished in the military area, in the front line, would have been possible without a strong home front. And the strong home front, the basic of the resilience of the Israeli society, is those volunteers that you see here.
How long did it take you to respond to the missile attack here in Be'er Sheva?
We arrived right after the missile is striking. 30 to 90 minutes from the minute it hits the ground, our volunteers are coming. They would have been able to come 5 minutes after, but we allow the rescue missions of the Home Front Command and the first aid organizations to first of all take care of the people. If there are people that are, God forbid, killed or injured or need to be rescued out of their houses, and then we go in.
How many volunteers do you actually have on this site, and how many volunteers do you have on all the other sites as well?
So, since the beginning of this operation, 3,000 volunteers were mobilized by One Heart. Here in Be'er Sheva today we had 400, yesterday 230, in Tel Aviv 400, in Bet Shemesh as well, and in the other places that were hit. So 3,000 volunteers since the beginning, and we need more and more, and we'll bring more and more, as much as needed.
Is it difficult being in a site like Bet Shemesh because of what happened there with so many people died?
Very. This was heartbreaking. I came there 20 or 30 minutes after the missile struck the ground. Very, very hard to see it. And also for our volunteers, they went into houses that people were injured in or people were killed in or relatives were killed. And they had to speak with the family and to be sensitive enough and to help them smile again. But we heard in Bet Shemesh, we heard the people telling us, these volunteers that you brought here, they are our hope. They were the light in this darkness, and they restored our smile. And because of them, we know that we can continue and rebuild our house and rebuild everything that was destroyed and continue and make the state of Israel strong as it should be.
Here in Bet Sheva, is it a miracle that it actually the missile hit in the gap between the buildings?
So many miracles in this war, endless. It's a miracle that we have no military casualties, not in Rising Lion and not now. There is no war like this ever before. And yes, it is a miracle, but it's also the fact that people are following the commands of the Home Front Command that tells you where you should stay, how you should react, and the fact that we have a good alarm system that tells us you have 10 minutes to go into shelter. You need to go now into the shelter, and people were in shelters. So one of the reasons that there are not that many casualties here is because people were obeying the commands of the Home Front Command. It's not that in Bet Shemesh they didn't. In Bet Shemesh the missile attacked directly a bomb shelter. So even God can't help you when this happens. But the most important thing is to continue and stay safe and listen to the commands of the Home Front. When you need to be in shelter, you should be in shelter whenever there is an alarm. And we do the same with our volunteers to make sure that nothing happens to them. It's also very risky to be here.
Yeah, they're actually risking their lives being here in some ways today because the siren could go off at any moment.
They know where they should go if there is a siren. Every volunteer that comes here goes through one of our directors, gives him a brief how he should behave if something happens, so they know. And thank God, so far, they did everything they needed to do, and our volunteers are safe.
How far from the hit site is the damage?
Depends on the size of the bomb and how it hit it. In Rising Lion, we saw even 2 kilometers sometimes, and also here in Be'er Sheva, it's a huge. The damage is in a huge area, so it depends on the size and how it hit it and what was the size of the bomb.
Is there a really good attitude and spirit here today in Be'er Sheva?
Yes, I mean it's heartbreaking, as you said. It's not easy to see, but you see the volunteers. They are smiling. They are full of spirit and hope for a better future, and they restore the hope for the people that their houses were damaged as well.
What's happened to the people whose homes have been damaged? Have they been moved out into hotels?
Yeah, they're moving into hotels. Our volunteers are with them in the hotels as well, providing them the logistic that is needed, playing with the kids. So yeah, there are hundreds of people in hotels, not only from Be'er Sheva, but from all over the country, even maybe more than southern already. And we hope that they will rebuild their houses as soon as possible and will be able to go back.
Are you amazed at the volunteer spirit of the young people today?
Every day, over and over again. You can't get used to it, the spirit of volunteerism of the Israeli society. You really can't get used to it. But really, Israel is one heart. It's Lev Echad, we say in Hebrew. And that's our spirit, and that's the reason why we'll continue and win and overcome any kind of evilness in this world, in these historic times.
Has it been a difficult time for you personally, being a reservist in the Israeli army?
It's not difficult. I feel proud being a reservist. It's difficult to leave my wife together with the 4 kids at home. When I'm here or when I'm in the duty reserve, that's very difficult. I miss her, I miss my kids. I try to be as much as possible with them. But I'm very proud of the IDF, I'm very proud of my country, and I'm very proud of our people.
How long will it take to actually get all these buildings back to normal again?
To rebuild will take sometimes even years.
Are they going to knock down, or are they just going to...
I guess some of them will be, yeah. Some of them were declared that you can't use them anymore.
Right.
So they will have to destroy and rebuild.
Yeah.
So it can take years. And the others, weeks to months, depends.
What is your hope for the future?
I hope that we will overcome the evilness of the Iranian regime and that Israel will live in peace and prosperity for the people of Israel and for the whole world. I think we have a message for the world. We mentioned Iranian regime years ago as the root of evilness of this world, and this was our role as Israelis, as Jewish, and we'll continue to play our role building a better world and helping the people understand what's good, what's wrong, what's evilness, and what's good. The same as I fought Hamas in Gaza or Hezbollah in Lebanon, or now together with the U.S. military and other forces, the Iranian regime in Iran. All of those forces are part of the chain of evilness that has to be demolished from this world.
Do you think it's very significant that all this is happening over the time of Purim, when Purim was all about Haman as a Persian wanting to kill the Jewish people, and today the very same thing, Iran is threatening to kill the Jewish people?
Very much so, and there is no coincidence in the world. There is no coincidence. It was the day where we're supposed to, just today in Jerusalem, we read Megillat Esther. In Megillat Esther, it tells the story of Mordechai and of Esther and how they overcome Haman's plan to kill all the Jews. And yeah, we will overcome the Iranian plan to destroy the state of Israel and the Jewish peoplehood. And it says also in the Megillah, it says in Hebrew, it's Velot edaim la'et hazu egat lamalchut. If this is not the time of which you were chosen to be part of the kingdom. It says, Mordechai tells it to Esther. This is the time where you were part of the kingdom of Achashverosh, to convince him not to do what needs to be done. And for us, we live in historic times, and this is the time we should live in order to continue and do whatever is needed in order to build a better world and a better state.
So not even rockets can kill the Jewish spirit and the spirit of these young volunteers here today?
No, nothing. Nothing will overcome our spirit.
What's your website address for people who'd like to know more about the work that you do and perhaps even donate to the work that you're doing all around here in Israel?
It's levechad, LEVECHAD.org, levechad.org. And you can find us also in social media, One Heart Levechad, and you'll see the links there. And we need any support that can come with donations will help us to continue and mobilize volunteers and restore the hope of the Israeli people.
Well, Tomer, thank you very much for sharing today.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today. Pray that God will move by his mighty power in the Holy Land and bring his peace.